Hi, it's Kate here to take you through advanced CSS selectors. Let's make sure we're on the same page first. A CSS selector is how you can tell the browser what element to apply properties to. They can be general and apply to a large group of elements, or be more specific and apply to only a single HTML element. The basics. You know these, hopefully. And what I'm showing you is an amazing template that I found after more time than I'd like to admit, spending trying to learn what I could about CSS and advanced selectors in general. And I came across this CodePen that was shared by Kevin, who has provided the HTML and CSS content, as well as you can see here, the output below. So just to walk through this a little bit, the element selector, and you can see following along on the left hand side for HTML. So you know these just looking through the HTML element selector for paragraph, for a class, so .class, and ID selector, hashtag ID. So these are essentially what you might call like basic selectors. And then we can also talk about universal, which basically can select everything before and after with the double colon symbols here. Okay, so and you can kind of see here in the list in the HTML. Okay. All right, so then we get to the more advanced stuff, right? The children, the siblings, these are advanced selectors. So first and foremost, just wanted to mention up here that there was an import of a Google font. That's why you're seeing something a little different on the screen. And the background selected, and H1 properties. Okay, so, and H2 as well. And getting to what we're talking about for the advanced selectors specifically, .direct children. So you can create selectors like .direct children P, and that will select all paragraphs inside of .direct children. So you basically can select out certain portions of your content, but .direct child P will not select this paragraph. So just things to keep in mind. Siblings. So adjacent siblings, and I'm just following along here with the HTML and CSS as best I can. Adjacent siblings are just like you'd imagine. They have pattern and they're next to each other. So you can see that we can have a class set up, .adjacent-sibling, and the class information for that, as well as .general sibling, and the information for that as well, to assign their properties. So you can see the differences in the patterns that result from that. And then finally, just some of the see the colors that were set for them, and then we get into the links at the very end for the different classes for each link, and they're showing up individual links, the ahrefs, and let me bring those up on the left hand side as well for the HTML, kind of match up the two, HTML and CSS. But you can see for example, the dark blue for Google Canada. The About page is in red, and so you can see how these attributes are changed with color specific to their ahref by putting in quotes their hashtag for the web page. So to take a look at from a reverse engineering standpoint, trying to figure out advanced selectors, what do they look like? How do you program them, make this happen? What's the output on the other end? And I will attach this into my discussion post with a link so you can take a look at this as well. Hope you enjoyed this, were able to follow along with some of it, And certainly feel free to go see the link yourself. Thanks very much.